Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Today we are going to present about Development Financial Institution Act, Dafia. So, this is the content that we are going to present are history and background, relevant institution related to Dafia, section or acts that are related to Islamic bank or other financial, and the last one is conclusion. So, the first thing is Dafia 2002 refer to Malaysian law which enacted to make provisions for the regulation and supervision of development financial institutions and for matter connected therewith. So, for the second point is the history of Dafia 2002. The Federal Legislative Council era is when the Dewan Rakyat first become established using a first past to post voting method. 52 of the council's 100 members were at the time directly chosen by the general public, returning one representative from each constituency in order to facilitate new election for the new Dewan Rakyat, which will serve as the lower chamber of the Malaysian Parliament. The council was dissolved in 1959, 1 year before its term was set to expire. Following independence, elections have continued to use the same voting procedure as was used in the prior election. The nominated seats were eliminated in favor of elected members, increasing to the number of seats to 104. With a majority of 44 MPs, the governing alliance was re-elected as the government. For the second point also, First Chamber Dewan Rakyat passed 11 December 2001 Bill titled Development Financial Institution Bill 2001, Bill Citation DR 48 2001, introduced by Shafi'i Saleh, Deputy Minister of Finance, first reading 3 December 2001, second reading 11 December 2001, also for the third reading 11 December 2001. So, for the third point is the upper house of the Malaysian Parliament, known as the Dewan Negara, is composed of 70 senators, 26 of whom are elected by the State Legislative Assembly, 2 from each state, and the remaining 44 are appointed by the Yang di-Pertua Agong, iaitu King, iaitu Raja, including 4 senators who are appointed to represent the federal territories. Ordinarily, legislation enacted by the lower house, the Dewan Rakyat, is reviewed by the Dewan Negara prior to being forwarded to the Agong for royal assent. Every measure typically first need to be approved by both the Dewan Rakyat and the Dewan Negara because there was the Senate. However, the Dewan Negara can only postpone a bill's passage for a maximum of 1 year if it is rejected. For the third point also, Second Chamber Dewan Negara passed 13 December 2001 Bill titled Development Financial Institution Bill 2001, Bill Citation DR 48 2001, introduced by Shafi'i Saleh, also Deputy Minister of Finance, first reading 12 December 2001, second reading 13 December 2001, and also the third reading 13 December 2001. For the last point is, Dafia also amended by Development Financial Institution Order by 2007. So, for the related legislation is Banking and Financial Institution Act 1989. And the second point is Bank Kerjasama Rakyat Malaysia Berhad Act 1978. And for the third is Companies Act 1965. And the last one is Cooperative Society Act 1993.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aisyah binti Harun, matric number 10DIB 22F1053. So today I will continue on history and background of Development Financial Institution Act, Dafia. Development Financial Institution Act, or known as Dafia, was enacted in Malaysia on 2002. It served as the primary legislation governing the operation and regulation of development financial institution (DFI) in the country. DFI are specialized financial institutions that provide medium to long-term financing for development projects and sectors that are of national interest. Dafia was implemented to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of DFIs in supporting the government development. Under Dafia, there are several DFIs are regulated such as Bank Pembangunan Malaysia Berhad (BPMB), Small and Medium Enterprise Bank (SME Bank), Export-Imports Bank of Malaysia Berhad, and many more. The objective of Dafia include promoting the stability, integrity and competitiveness of the FI sector, ensuring sound financial management and risk assessment practice, and facilitating the development of sustainable and inclusive financing for targeted sector. Dafia has undergone amendment over the years to enhance the regulatory framework and align it with changing market dynamics and global best practices.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will continue this presentation with relevant institution related to the Development Financial Institution Act (Dafia). First, Bank Negara Malaysia. Bank Negara Malaysia, also known as BNM. Bank Negara Malaysia is the central bank of Malaysia and play a crucial role in regulating and supervising the financial sector, including development financial institutions. Bank Negara Malaysia set policies, issue, guideline and monitor compliance with Development Financial Institution Act (Dafia) to ensure the stability and soundness of Development Financial Institution (DFI). Second is the Export-Import Bank of Malaysia Berhad, also known as Exim Bank. Exim Bank focuses on providing financial assistance and services to facilitate Malaysia's export-oriented industry. It offers export credit insurance, export financing, and other related products to support international trade activities. It also supports the office's project and investment with emphasis on non-traditional market. Third is Ministry of Finance, also known as MOF. The Ministry of Finance oversees the development and implementation of economic policies in Malaysia. It is the central body of the government and responsible for drafting, executing, coordinating, and assessing the policies approved by the Council of Ministers in the area of annual planning and monitoring budget and finance. It is formulate policies related to development financial and collaborative with development financial institutions to support national development objectives.
Next, I will continue about relevant institution related to Development Financial Institution Act (Dafia). Other institution that related to Development Financial Institution Act (Dafia) is Small and Medium Enterprise Bank (SME Bank). SME Bank is specialized in financing small and medium enterprise in Malaysia. It offers a range of financial products and services to support the growth and development of SME, which are crucial contributors to the country economy. Next is Bank Pembangunan Malaysia Berhad, or known as BPMB. BPMB is a key development financial institution in Malaysia. It provides financing advisory services and development expertise to support various sectors of the economy, including infrastructure, maritime, tourism, and manufacturing.
Next, I will continue this presentation with the section or acts that are related to Islamic banks or other financial institutions. My name is Sarah N., daughter of Mariadas, matric number 10DIB 22 F1011. The first point of the section or acts that are related to Islamic banks or other financial institutions is Sharia Supervisory Board. Islamic banks have a Sharia Supervisory Board, which is called as SSB and which is comprising Islamic scholars who provide guidance and ensure that the institution activities comply with Sharia principles. The SSB advise on product development, investment guidelines, and overall compliance. The second one is taxation and accounting. It means government may establish specific tax and accounting rules for Islamic financial institutions. These rules accommodate the unique features of Islamic financial products and transactions while ensuring consistency with existing tax and accounting frameworks. The third one is central bank regulation. The regulatory framework governing Islamic bank may be implemented by the central bank or a separate authority responsible for Islamic finance. These regulations ensure compliance with Sharia principles while addressing issues such as capital sufficiency, risk management, and consumer protection. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hanani binti Muhammad Hafiz. My metric number is 10DIB 22F1079. And I will go further by discussing services or act related to Islamic bank or other financial. My friends has given 3 services or act and I will explain another 3 services or act. The first one, Islamic Financial Services Board, or called as IFSB. The IFSB develops prudential standard and guidelines for the Islamic financial industry. These standards cover areas such as capital adequacy, risk management, corporate governance and disclosure requirements, aiming to promote stability, transparency and coordination in the industry. So, I will continue with contract and transaction. As we know, Islamic banks operate based on specific contract that adhere to Sharia principle. Some of the commonly used contract include murabaha or as cost plus financing, musyarakah or as partnership, ijarah, lease and suku as called as Islamic bonds. Legal frameworks often provide guidelines and requirements for this contract to be valid and enforceable. The last thing that is in the Islamic bank section or act to Islamic bank or other financial is consumer protection. Consumer protection is legal frameworks may include provisions to protect customers of Islamic banks and financial institutions. This may include regulation related to fair treatment, disclosure of information, dispute resolution mechanism, and ethical collection practice. That is from me and my friend Sarah, and my friend will continue with the conclusion.
So, for the conclusion is, in Malaysia, there is a law called the Development Financial Institution Act, Dafia. It was passed into law in 2002 and is the main law that governs how development financial institutions, or FT, work and how they are regulated in the country. The goal of the Dafia is to make office is more efficient and successful at helping Malaysia reach its development goals.